So we're back with the R60 here, Mini Countryman Cooper S. Got this engine management light on there, and kind of is in limp mode. It's not producing full power. So to be honest, this has been a lot. Oh, there you go. It's starting to. Oh no, it's just dropped. But it starts running a bit rough as well. Not really badly, but it runs a little bit rough now. Initially, I had the issue of the PCV diaphragm going. It was broken, cracked, finished, which I've kind of shown in another video. And it was making this god awful whining noise. That's all sorted, but I've still got what looks like a bit of a vacuum leak. So if I just show you here. It starts running rough as well. See where that goes in. So yeah, this has been a long time kind of issue. I've run it up on the diagnostics and it's had a fault code for the intake Vanos solenoid or something, or the intake camshaft come in. I've changed the Vanos solenoid. I've check the timing and this and that. I'll put the code up. It's been to a few technicians, including BMW techs, who told me the timing would be out or something, or the timing might be out, but I checked the timing because I've actually rebuilt this engine myself, so I knew the timing wasn't an issue. I did think it might have slipped a tooth or something, but I checked it and the timing's fine. Changed the Vanos solenoid. But you can see that's actually the new one there, but I changed it on the intake side, and then after a few days the fault code came back up again. So I swapped the solenoids over and I'm still getting the same fault code. So the only kind of glimmer of hope, I spoke to somebody, and I've been all over the forums and things, and I spoke to a well-known BMW tech who told me it could well be the rocker cover itself, which is actually one of the advised things, but it was, in all honesty, I've probably been a bit lazy trying to avoid it, because they are about 300 and odd pounds from BMW. So what I've gone ahead and decided to do is bite the bullet. Well, not quite. This is apparently an OEM quality part. It's got a year's warranty, but it's about 50 quid. 70 quid. So I've checked it. It's got all the gaskets and everything, and ticks all the boxes. I'm going to see if it does the job. Hopefully it'll last, and if it does, and we know that's what the issue was. Otherwise, I'm a bit stumped, to be honest. What I'm actually going to do as well is try and rip apart the old rocker cover, because I did everything I could with this when I opened it up to try and see if there's any cracks or holes or anything in there. I couldn't see anything, and I didn't really want to disturb this bit here, because that's the bit that easily comes off. The rest of this feels like it's quite heavily sealed, so yeah, I didn't want to play around with that too much for fear of doing some permanent damage. But that's what I'm going to do today, just to kind of show how this all kind of works and how the system in there kind of works. So yeah, let's see how we get along. So yeah, it's quite a simple thing, to be honest. It's about 10-12 bolts or so around it, starting from here. These 10 mils, those come out. The coil packs come out. Wiring comes off. All this wiring and everything comes off of it. And yeah, it's quite simple and straightforward. The new set does come with all the rocker cover, gasket, and a new PCV diaphragm and everything. So I've got all of that in there as well, which is going to mean that everything I've put into this is going to be a bit of a waste, but I suppose you live and you learn. So let's see how we get along. So right, there we go, rocker cover off. As you can see, there's a little bit of, I'll show you. There's see on the intake cam, all that stuff kind of built up there. I'm guessing that's where it's been kind of had a vacuum leak as well, because there was a load of this crap in and around the engine. I can't see it. I mean, for myself, I can't really see, but that might have been like an oil leak or anything. I think that's just out now. But, I can't see where it might have been leaking or anything. If anybody sees anything different, do let me know. I mean, there's a point there where it looks like there's some dirt or what have you over there. But this entire valve gasket, the rocker cover gasket was changed as well. Now coming back to the new rocker cover. Here's a new one. Obviously the sensors, I'll have to use my old ones. As you can see, those aren't come with it. But this is overall quite decent. You've got new bolts, you've got one in the middle as well. New oil cap, PCV diaphragms in there. It's got the gaskets are good with it as well. Those two of my bolts just dropped. Yeah, feels like a decent enough quality gasket. Doesn't feel overly flimsy or anything. As you know, you never know what you're buying with these things, these kits from. Oh, I'm guessing this is from China as well. But I mean, where I got it off of eBay, it was a UK stocked warehouse, but God knows what that means anymore. The only thing I haven't got with it is these things here. So that's where obviously the spark plugs go, or the coil packs go, essentially. It's just a case of pushing the old one out and put them in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll put the sensors back in, which I have already checked as well, because I wasn't sure if those were gone, but yeah, they're fine as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and let's take it to the next step. Okay, so I might have just found another problem. If you look in there, that's broken. And that's the blue one there. So that was probably the issue, and I totally overlooked it. I mean, don't know how you change that. I think that is actually a, yeah, it looks like potentially like a 6mm bolt or something. So I've just started it. Sounds okay at the moment. Okay, so there's a difference. Rather than sucking in air now, this is pushing air out. You can probably see, I don't know. With the oil cap off, it's not running as rough as well. Really don't know about that oil cap. I might use my old one. So it's happy to pick up revs. It's going over 4,000. Running a bit funky, but I can take a look at the codes anyway, clear the codes and see if that makes a difference. So we finally, it looks like we've solved the issues. The main thing is there's no erratic idle, there's no kind of jumping on the rev counter. So I'll tell you what we've gone ahead and done. We've obviously done the rocker cover, then the PCV diaphragm that came new with this, then that Vano solenoid, but in the end Oh yeah, we had to block off this PCV hose as well. In the end, it turns out number 1 and number 4, the coil packs were gone. Or, well, to be honest, they weren't gone, but they were on the verge of going. So it looks like these two I'm probably going to have to replace soon as well. So I'm going to just go ahead and buy them. But first, number 1 was good. Number 1 led to a misfire. So, well, after I done the rocker cover, number 1 led to a misfire, and then number 4 would occasionally misfire as well. So we swapped them over. Without that, and 3 before. And obviously the, you can imagine what the result was. So I've gone ahead and changed that. And as you can see, we no longer have a misfire. And I'll go ahead and do a diagnostic on it. Because I think this is still going to be showing some faults, probably, I guess. Oh, actually, yeah, no, well, that's it, there you go. So I'll run a diagnostic on it anyway, and clear the faults. However, after all that work, it turned out to be the coil packs, which, you know, these cars live up to the live up to the stories, don't they? They'll have you chasing around in circles trying to figure out what it is, and it turns out it was the coil packs that were done. And the interesting thing is there were absolutely no signs or any indication or anything that it was the coil packs that were causing an issue on this. Obviously we had the PCV issue anyway, but following that, the reason the engine management light wasn't going off is clearly because of the coil packs. So yeah, interesting. Nevertheless, all done, and time for me to put in some fuel. Yeah, I hope that's helped, and yeah, good luck with yours.